Okay, this is a fairly standard bag of coins problem. We're given that we have a bag of quarters and nickels containing 320 coins worth $60. Now from that information we can determine how many quarters we have and how many nickels. So how do we determine these numbers? Well, as usual, let's translate what the problem says. First of all, we have a total value of $360, so let's write that down. As the value of the nickels plus the value of the quarters equals $60. Okay, so there's our total value. We've taken care of that part of the problem, total value $60. What about the fact that we have a total of 320 coins? How can we use that? Well, if we let X equal the number of quarters or the number of nickels, and let's just call it the number of nickels for this problem. Okay, if X is a number of nickels, then how do we use the fact that we have 320 coins? The number of quarters is 320 minus X. Okay, now, let's see. Total value is $60. We've got to add the value of the nickels to the value of the quarters to get the $60. Can we get an expression for the value of the nickels? Well, let's see. There are X nickels. Each nickel's worth 5 cents, so I guess that would be 0.05x. Now when we use the 60 here, that tells us implicitly that we're working in dollars. And then the value of the quarters. What's the value of the quarters? Think that one through before you listen on. But we have 320 minus X. So the value of those quarters is 0.25 times 320 minus X. Now that we have expressions for the value of the nickels and the value of the quarters in terms of X, we're going to be able to write down the equation and solve it without any trouble. So we say that the value of the nickels is 0.05x. The value of the quarters is 0.25 times 320 minus X. And that's going to equal 60. Now if we distribute through here, we have 0.05x plus 0.25 times 320 is actually 80. And you can do that multiplication to check me. So all we've done is we've distributed through here to begin simplifying, and then if we add up everything on this side, we see that we've got 80 minus 0.20x, because 0.05 minus 0.25 is 0.20, and that should equal 60. If we add the negative 80 to both sides and so forth, we're going to end up with 0.20x equals negative 20, which tells us if we if we multiply both sides by 1 over 0.20, and let's say that's negative, we get x equals 100. Now what does that tell us? That tells us that we have 100, x is a number of nickels, 100 nickels. And we have 320 minus X, or 220 quarters. So that that's our number of nickels. And I'm getting sloppy here. That's 220 quarters. Am I writing? I had to overwrite something I tried to write wrong. It was kind of illegible. Let me see if I can fix that. That's a little tricky. And everything's this small. Okay, that looks a little better. In any case, we see that we have 100 nickels and 320 quarters.